have this chama, very solid men. And I remember telling them, you know what, guys, me, I'm checking out. I'm resetting 0, as in sold my car. I told them, you know what, I'm just going to go in the bush.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up something, nothing out of the blues, nothing spectacular. So I can start again. First things first, sold my car, put a down payment. Remember, I was still living in this big house. I told myself, you know what, move to a smaller house. That's how I found myself in Kawangware, in a bedsitter.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I came here after being paid for a gig and sorting out stuff.
Yes.
I think I had 76 Gs. Mawe, kokoto, changarawe, quarry stones, ballast, sand.
Yes.
That's what I bought. And it's somewhere, I actually poured it there.
Yeah.
And remember, I had sold my car.
Yes.
So that time there's a friend of mine who brought me this way. And by the time I was going back home, I had only 600 shillings. I am now estranged. That's a softer term for saying I'm divorced.
Yes. We get it. We get it. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're coming from a space whereby there is structure, you know, and you go back home, there is structure. There is a way you spend time with your kids. And you go back home, there is structure in terms of emotional
Yes.
support. And then you finally find yourself here. The first time I came here, I saw this place. I contracted guys to dig a pit latrine. That was my piece.
Hiyo tu kwanza.
Chore.
Yes.
That's it. That was the thing.
Yes.
When Thomas went through his divorce, everything shifted, not just emotionally, but mentally too. He got to a point where he knew he needed to step away, reset, and think clearly, not just for himself, but for his children. So he made a decision and he left what he was used to and came out here. Started small, built a Mabati Cottage, and for him, this was not just a structure, it was everything. It was a place to find himself again, to think, to heal, and to start over. And that is where the real shift began. Being here, surrounded by nature, away from noise and expectations, gave him clarity. And this is the kind of clarity you don't get when everything around you is moving too fast. He says, this place did not just give him shelter, it helped him think again, helped him slow down, and also helped him heal. And in that process, he started rebuilding himself quietly, step by step. Now, his message on today's episode is very simple. Life can hit you hard. Things can fall apart, but that doesn't mean it's the end. Sometimes starting over doesn't require much. It doesn't require even a lot of money or perfection. Just requires a decision to begin again. And for him, it was this land, his Mabati Cottage, and the willingness to face himself. And today, he stands as proof that you can lose a lot and still find your way back.
Hello, my name is Thomas Omolo. I'm a leadership and executive coach. Technically, what I do is I help individuals and organizations grow, change, and learn so that they can meet actually their potential. That is one of the many hats I put on. The other hat that I put on is I actually set up units that you can actually say, this is my space. Spaces that you love, spaces that you own, spaces that don't break the bank for you. In short, I actually put up cottages.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Man, you help individuals also put up spaces that they love, spaces they can call home.
Exactly.
That is what this show is all about
Oh,
today, because you come in here and the amount of peace that you experience, the amount of calmness in this space, the beautiful birds chirping, the views, I mean, this is actually home. And I keep saying, this is what home should have been for so many of us. This was God's ideal of home, calmness, peace, serenity, good vibes, good energy.
I love
Mi
that.
niko sure hapo God ndiye alikuwa anaenda. But welcome to our platform today.
Thank you.
Really nice having you, and as always, thank you for opening your doors to me and my team.
Oh, wow.
We
You're
don't
welcome.
take it for granted.
You're welcome.
Yes, and I remember when we were having a conversation off camera, we were so excited on the theme of this season. We are talking about reclaiming our identity through the soil and the art of slow living, intentional living, and conscious living. What does that mean for you?
Oh, wow. I think when you talk about reclaiming our identity, we were created, one, to live in community, but just not with human beings, but we were created to live in community with animals and all that. So for me, part of that is being able to wake up in the morning and listening to the sounds of birds.
Yes.
Waking up in the morning, listening to the sound of rain. It's raining this season. It's waking up in the morning and you're in no rush. You know, you wake up and one of the things that you want to do is you actually want to open the windows and just stare into nothingness or into nature. So that for me, that's one of the reasons, or that's what it means to reclaim what God initially intended for us. Slow living. Oh, wow. I think I got fed up. I got fed up, not in a bad way, but there was so much stimulation back in the city. And when I say back in the city, that's Nairobi for you.
Yes.
And other places whereby you wake up in the morning, there is a lot of noise from the motorbikes. Your neighbor is playing loud music and all that. So that was one. But two, just being able to sit somewhere and just let the day go by, you know. It's very interesting that you hardly get to watch sunsets. This year, as this year began, one of the things that I did is actually on the 31st of 2025, is I actually sat down. There's a place I normally sit outside the house and you can actually see the sun go down. And for me, just being able to see the sunset for 2025, that is slow living. Waking up in the morning, being able to walk barefooted. Most guys call it grounding.
Yes.
For me, just being able to walk barefooted, that is slow living. Most of the time we are caught up. I mean, and when I talk about stimulation, is you're either watching a movie on Netflix, which is not a bad thing, but just being able to sit by the fire pit and watch the embers glow. I could even ask you, when was the last time you saw the Milky Way galaxy? Being able to see it shift different directions. One day you will see it on this end, the other day you will see it on this end. Slow living is watching your kids ask you questions about the stars, you know, is watching your kids sit down by the garden and paint. That for me is slow living.
Yes.
It's being very intentional. Now, again, I'm not gonna say, you know what, PlayStations are bad and all. I mean, there's a place for that.
Yes.
But I think for me, slow living was almost like going back to what I call nature. Just being able to experience that. But not in a way that you think about it, in a way that is comfortable. That you can actually have a hot shower. That you can actually have a dip, you know, when it's too hot.
Yes.
That you can actually walk and watch squirrels You can hear birds. You can tell when there's threat in terms of an animal coming in that sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's slow living. It's almost like stopping to experience what the world is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's slow living for
Yeah.
me.
Having tasted both sides, what maybe to address the overstimulation,
Yeah.
having been in the city and now in this very calm space, what has that done to your mind? Are there changes? Would you say something has shifted?
Oh, big time. Oh, big time. Number one, I have, you know what that stimulation does for you is the stimulation makes you want more. It makes you run. The most interesting thing about it is just the clarity
Yes.
that has come with that. Let me tell you what I mean by clarity. Before, when you're in the city, you sit down and everything is in a rush. I need to get this, I need to move here, there's traffic, I need to almost like jump into the next meeting. At the end of the day, you're tired. But moving this way, one of the first things that I experienced was I needed to stop. And stopping is not easy for somebody who's been addicted to just movement, you know. What it made me do, it made me start listening to myself. That's the biggest one. Listening to the voices in my head.
Yes.
And Lynn, those voices, they are good and they're bad voices. And we hardly stop to listen to those voices. And here I am, I found myself here, no electricity. I have to harvest rainwater. Those are exciting things, of course, when you know now you're drinking fresh water and all that. But yeah, but then in the evening, you're on your own. Either you sleep very early or you stay out late. And so what it did, it made me confront some of those things that we don't want to confront.
Yeah.
You know, take responsibility for those things that we don't want to take responsibility for.
Be accountable.
You know, just be accountable to yourself. And the backstory is, I'm coming from a place whereby I had systems that were working, you know. And when I talk about systems, there was an emotional system.
Yes.
You know, and when I talk about emotional system, is I am now estranged. That's a softer term for saying I'm divorced.
Yes, we get it. We get it. Yeah, yeah.
And you're coming from a space whereby there is structure, you know, and you go back home, there is structure. There is a way you spend time with your kids. And you go back home, there is structure in terms of emotional support. And then you finally find yourself here. And being back in the city, you're trying to fix. And that fixing is very interesting, Lynn. Because, and that's what I've found. I think these are just reflections.
Yes.
The fixing is very interesting because you want to jump into a relationship.
A rebound.
You want to like go out there, be with, you know, with the boys, but then coming back this way. And here's my story. So
yeah,
I have this chama, very solid men. And I remember telling them, you know what, guys, me, I'm checking out. I'm resetting zero, as in sold my car. I told them, you know what, I'm just going to go in the bush.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up something, nothing out of the blues, nothing spectacular. So I can start again. And that's what exactly happened. it slowed me down. What it did, again, as I said, it made me just take responsibility for my own life.
Yeah.
I became accountable, but not just reflecting. I think in the process, I started building.
Yes.
You know, I keep on telling guys that grief is not just death.
It's separation.
It's separation. It is loss.
It is loss.
And yeah, being a coach, I mean, been there, done that. I've
Yeah.
walked people through that. But it's nothing walking yourself through that. And one of my friends asked me, so you take care of people, but who takes care of you?
Of you.
And honestly, moving this way
Took care of you.
took care of me.
So happy to hear
Thank
that.
you, thank
And
you.
I'm really happy to hear that, right? But I want to get into how you acquired this place.
Okay.
Like, had you gotten it prior to the separation? And how do you identify and say, Manzi, I have a safe space, I can go and start? And how do you just show up and start? Where does someone start? And the reason I'm asking, it's because a lot of people are facing that challenge.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are watching this and they want to really reset, begin again, take accountability and responsibility. But I feel the how do we start then, is the question I'm trying to answer for so many people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, number one, it has to be a decision. And that's where it starts. You just have to decide. And let me share that through what my experience was.
Good.
So, separated, estranged, co-parenting, but it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working in the sense that now for me as a man, where is that peace? So first things first, get an apartment, doesn't work. Then I moved, told myself, go out of the city. Got a house, 1 acre, I mean, beautiful house, started doing farming and all that kind of stuff. Still doesn't work. And then I decided, you know what, dude, this is not working. Just make a decision. What is that life that you want?
Yes.
Don't make a decision pegged on what will my friends think, but what is that life that you want? For me, and you've had this probably, Lynn, and you probably think it's cliche, peace of mind. That I can wake up and I can go about my business.
Yeah.
You know? So what I did is I said, let me look for a place. And how I did that, I have a friend of mine, he lives like 15 kilometers down the road. Very instrumental when it comes to some of the choices I've made. And I told him, you know what, I need to move. And he told me, I'll start checking. But in between that, we were a group of guys who were actually going through almost the same patch. So you're never alone on this journey. We're actually going through the same patch. So what we did is we went through a certain program that kind of asked us what was life going to be like past 40 or past somebody who's starting again. Now this one, there's really no start button. This one is reset.
Yes.
And one of the things that came out is that you really need to find yourself. And so for me, finding myself was finding the space. So I think a few months down the line, my friend told me, you know what, here's a number. There is this space. I asked him, where is this space? He told me it's out in Kajiado. Okay. Kajiado. Me, the Kajiado I know is Ngong.
Yes.
So we exchanged contacts with the guy. And then I did my first trip, not knowing that I would probably be driving Nairobi up until this place where we are is around 96 kilometers.
Yes.
But that place was almost like another 50 kilometers. So I was going to be out like 150 kilometers. But I was so determined to start. I was tired, honestly. And I was very keen in terms of making it very simple. Number one, find your own space. Number two, build something that you are comfortable with.
And not the world, you.
You are comfortable with. So you would be surprised that the thing that I was going to be comfortable with was just that I owned a piece of land and a place I could put a bed, not necessarily a bed, even just a mattress. I didn't mind that I could cook outside. It's not a big deal because I'd figured musho.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is how we grew up when we were younger, when we used to go back home.
Yeah.
You know, I remember my dad was, my dad had his boma, and that's what we used to do. We used to use pit latrines and all that, so big deal. So that's what I decided. I decided, let me just go pick up space. Got this guy. I won't lie to you. The drive there was long. And I sat there asking myself, are you ready for this? I can remember I told you just that's with the decision.
Yes.
I'd made the decision. So spoke to the guy, agreed with him. Now, my work is very flexible. So let me tell you what is like bare minimum.
Sure.
So long as I have internet and I can charge my devices,
You're good to go.
me, I'm good to go. You know, so where I'd gone, of course, you check if local telco providers are there. So there is data. There was a local shopping center, there's electricity, so I can actually think about that. And then I came back and shared with my friends. It's a good thing to have friends.
Yes.
They told me, you're not going there alone. Hi. So we got together and got a bigger chunk.
Okay.
But remember, they're not in the same journey
You in.
I am in. So when you put boys together, it's a better idea, but I need to settle down.
Yes.
So in the process of having that conversation, we agreed what that place would look like. So I went back to my friend, told him now, so we're probably going to get more chunks of land, but I can't do what I want. He told me, come, I show you. So that's how he got me here.
Yes.
Yeah? He told me, you know what, this is your space. Figure it out, pole pole. But yes, you can start. So guess what I did? The first time I came here, I saw this place. I contracted guys to dig a pit latrine. That was my piece.
Hiyo tu kwanza.
Choo.
Yes.
That's it. That was the thing.
Yes.
And of course, at the back of your mind, you're telling yourself, so how are you going to do this? So they dug the pit latrine. And then I went back. And this is smack just towards the end of COVID. COVID had also done a number on us.
Yeah.
I told myself, you know what? I'm still moving. First things first. Sold my car. Are you mad? Yes. Sold my car. Put a down payment. I was doing gig work.
Yes.
What I mean by gig work is you have a coaching client who probably contracts you for like 6 months. So I told myself, you know what? Remember, I was still living in this big house.
Yeah.
I told myself, you know what? Move to a smaller house. That's how I found myself in Kawangware. In a bedsitter.
Yeah.
And I think that's preparation. So you asked me, how do you start?
Prepare.
Yeah, preparation. So I moved. So I told myself, let me just pay little amounts of money.
Yes.
Downsize. Yes, downsize.
And concentrate on
And
the
then concentrate
vision.
here.
This is the goal.
This is the goal.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I moved to Kawangware. It's actually Riruta Kawangware.
Yes.
Very nice little neighborhood. Bedsitter. They call them studios.
Yes.
Bedsitter is bedsitter.
It's bedsitter.
A posh term for it is studio.
Okay. So umeua
It's
watu wa
bedsitter.
studio roho.
And
Yeah.
and that's where
Yeah.
you see, when you make the decision, you kind of start preparing, because what then that meant is I was going to focus my resources this way.
Yes.
And that's what I did. I remember the first time I came here after being paid for a gig and sorting out stuff.
Yes.
I think I had 76 Gs. Mawe, kokoto, changarawe, quarry stones, ballast, sand.
Yes.
That's what I bought. And it's somewhere, I actually poured it there.
Yeah.
And you remember I had sold my car.
Yes.
So that time there's a friend of mine who brought me this way. And by the time I was going back home, I had only 600 shillings.
Kamwaga materials.
Yes. That was a weekend on a Saturday. Of course, now because now there are gigs coming in. And it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
You're being paid like a 60 Gs here. Yeah? But it's focused. I talked to my fundi, told my fundi, so what do we do? Told me to chimbe.
A foundation.
I kid you not, we did a foundation. I did not have money. You know that morning,
Yes.
guys are on site and you don't have money.
Yeah.
I remember calling my sister, telling my sister, hey, do you like my TV?
Nikuzie.
Okay. That's what I did. And she told me how much. I told her, let me have fundis.
Yes.
Whatever you will send me, I need to pay fundis for today. My sister sent money. Not a lot of money. I had a big 43-inch TV.
Yeah.
Here.
Done.
That's how I paid my fundis. I have a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's called Freddy.
Yes.
So now let me tell you Freddy's story.
Yes.
Because Freddy is he does work for diaspora guys in terms of building.
Yeah.
But Freddy moved out. You know that whole group of boys?
Yes.
And then sent us a picture on WhatsApp and told us, wase, niko kwangu. If Freddy can move,
Why can't I?
why can't I? And that was actually the motivation.
Yes.
So, put up the foundation, and then money stops. And of course, people talk in the neighborhood, because I came, put up the foundation. Guys said, "Hii nyumba kwani imekwama?"
Can we talk about that part? Because again, a lot of people that are watching this are in that stage. Yeah, kwani nyumba imekwama, you know, and you will pass by some places and see a stalled project, and you'll be like, oh, na ule hata hajaimaliza. And it's a struggle for so many people. Because for me, I choose to see venye huyo mtu alijikaza hata akaweka foundation. You know, there's a joke I make as I continue doing these shows, because again, we are on a similar journey in Ngugi. And I'm like, manze, mi hata nikipata mtu ameweka choo kwa site, mi napigia huyo mtu makofi. You know?
So let me tell you, there's what you plan,
And then
there's what is real.
yes.
So, in between, and this normally works because you plan in a way that you're hoping, okay, this money will keep on flowing. And we've experienced it. The client says no, this report needs to come in, you know. Before I put in the next amount of money, life happens. My kids were in school, you know. So you have to
Prioritize.
you have to prioritize. And so at some point you stop. But also in the stopping, it throws you off. Because you're thinking, okay, so what was I doing? What was I thinking? What was this? So for me, it stopped for like 2 months. Because now everything, you've put it there. Most people don't know this, Lynn, but I sold off everything my seats, TV, cooker, cylinder, just to get there. And so you're slowly collecting money. For somebody who's stuck, man, you've already started the journey. We normally tell ourselves it's like overtaking, and there's a trailer coming your way. Man, if you commit, you've committed.
Commit. Commit.
But don't commit foolishly.
No, but commit. Commit. Trailer inakam.
Commit. So that's how I looked at it.
Yes.
2.5 months down the line, another gig came through.
Yes.
And that gig was longer. So guess what I did?
Yeah.
I said here, put up the walls, bought the mabati that you see around here, bought windows. That's a very interesting story because all these things, all these windows you're seeing, they are thrift. So that's the other thing. You don't have to go, buy new windows and everything.
Yeah.
Me, I walked because I'd lived in that area, Kikuyu area.
Yes.
There's a place in Gitaru. They do thrift stuff. So those houses that are broken down in Kileleshwa, Lavington, those big houses. That's why I have big windows. But when I went there, those windows were like 40% cheaper. It's what I was telling you. So what comes is clarity.
Yes.
Because now you have no option. You have to cross to the other side. So that's what I did. And so what you're seeing as a final product right now,
walk me through it,
is not done in 6 months. This is 2 years later.
Yes.
But 6 months I moved in.
Kaende sana.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
The cold that was here, no gypsum. The walls were actually just Mabati walls. The floor was not tiled. The floor was actually cement. There was no tank outside there. So I used to harvest water, like a bucket.
Yes.
You bring it in here. When you host, you tell them, what, you guys, we will just use a bucket.
Yeah.
That's what you use to flush. Anything that you knew. And that's just part of going back to what we were built for. Is that you have to be creative and you have to make do. You see things that are completely done.
But there's a journey.
There's a journey to it. So the toilet wasn't that way. In fact, it's a very interesting story.
It's okay.
On a random night, I forgot to close the door nicely. Then I used to keep chicken.
Yes.
Okay, Lynn. Where?
Zilingia.
So, one of my cuckoos had heppered, did not go back to the coop. So I left it. Usiku saa 9. Noise. There's it's called a civet cat. It's cooling my chicken.
Aish.
So that's okay. See me, I'm inside. But at around the same time, there is a bird that normally makes a noise like a cat. So you're just hearing at 3. I chomoka, that door is open.
Yeah.
I told myself, kama hiyo kitu imeingia kwa nyumba. I kid you not. Okay, these are backstories.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
I tell you, I freaked out. But anyway, long story short, that thing ate my chicken. I came to realize that was a bird.
Yes.
That's now how I started learning birds in this area. Now, let me tell you how then the whole idea of grief plays in. Grief is the feeling. That's what you feel when you lose. But then, what is the action? You mourn. If you go to Jangos, that nduru,
You scream.
they scream and everything. But now, at a different level, what I figured is that how then my grief plays out is I build. That's how I do things. So anytime I find myself building, I tell myself, okay, there's something you've not dealt with. Because why are you doing this? You know, but it's not a bad thing.
Yes.
It's actually very positive because that's how I started doing things in this place. I told myself, so what do you want? What do you want? Fire pit. You know, that fire pit was never there.
Yeah.
That fire pit came later. That's what I put. I told myself, I want a fire pit. For what? For me to be enjoying, so that when that thing goes off, I can sit outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, good.
What then that became, it became also a bonding space for me and my daughters. We would ask each other questions.
Yeah.
Dad, what is that star?
Oh, come on now. Dad, what's that noise?
Exactly, what's that noise? You mean there's something outside there? Is there something looking at us? That is what we were brought up to be.
Yes.
As parents, I remember asking my father, because we used to walk from one boma to the other, and we'd walk at night, and those are now the memories of my dad.
Yes.
You know, so just resetting, going back to what that was. But also in terms of slow living, you start appreciating where you are at. You're no longer excited about going for sherehes.
Yes.
This is the place for sherehe.
You build your own
You build your own sherehe. So much so that my friends started coming because this was that home for everyone. It has become that, by the way.
Yes.
It's that home for everyone. So, and I normally tell them the space is open for you guys. Come. If you want to ground yourself, come sit here. We can figure food for 2 men.
Yes.
Mkate na strungi itashinda watu kukula.
Ama tuende hunting.
You know, so that's what we did.
Yes.
So that's what it became. So I started building things. The next thing that I put up was the pergola.
Yes.
I started landscaping.
Good job.
You know.
Yes.
I have done quite a whole lot of things.
Yes.
I started thinking, how best do you create spaces? And that for me is now the love for spaces. That's why just staying in the city is chaotic for me. I go to Nairobi once in a while. I don't like driving, actually. So me, I use a matatu. Oh, that's the other thing that happened. While I used to stay here,
Yes.
while I used to stay in Nairobi, it's running up and down. But when you're here, I discovered that the local transport circle, you can actually call them in the morning and you tell them you're going to Nairobi. And they will tell you in the morning, our driver will call you. So me, a guy used to call me up in the morning and tell me, I'm leaving. So Bisil is down the road.
Yes.
I'm leaving Bisil.
Tukutane.
I will pick you there in 20 minutes. Let me tell you something. That for me changed my idea of public transport.
Yes.
It's a shuttle.
Yeah.
So we are sitting 3 people. It's comfortable. I would leave here because the times I had work, in-person work. I would leave here at what time? I would leave here at 4:30.
Yes.
At 6:15, I'm in Nairobi. How much have I paid? 350. From my hometown, Kumpa, to Nairobi, 350. Cheaper than an Uber from the junction to Nairobi.
Kai, by the way. Haija.
So that's how you look at it.
True.
Yeah, so costs go down.
Yes. Yes.
And now this is me. You know, when you sold your car, so you're asking yourself, so how will you be commuting?
Yeah.
Figure out. I mean, there's always that person who's living there gets to Nairobi at a certain time. what about you? What's so special about you? Unless you just start learning. If you learn to evolve, then it makes it easier.
Yes.
So that's what happened. So I would do that. And as I tell you, for me, I started enjoying the journey. It's more experimental. Now it's no longer just reflection. Now it's experimental.
Yes. Now
What else?
you're living. You're not
Now I'm
existing.
living.
Now you're
Exactly.
living.
I'm not existing. At some point I put chicken here. In fact, I used to joke. I used to tell them, I used to tell myself, I used to tell my friends, I have Uber chicken. Those cuckoos used to lay eggs.
Yes.
For mueras, those are hens, they used to lay eggs every day. So at some point, I have almost like 3 trays of eggs. Kienyeji. You're no longer struggling to do food.
Kwanza unajua mayai moja imefika 19 bob. How?
Watu wa Nairobi wananunua mayai 19 bob.
We need to, boy, mayai got to 19 bob when?
So you see those things?
Yes.
Those are now.
Provision for you
That is slow living.
Yes.
Yeah. What else are you looking for? Yeah. For me, it gets to Thursday evening. I'm done for the week. Why am I killing myself? So that was one. But two, what else now came off this? Yeah, is my friends told me, we love your space.
Yes.
Can you build?
There you go. Can you build for us?
Yes, can you build for us? And actually, one of my neighbors here,
Yes.
I built for his brother in Kiserian.
Beautiful.
They came here with the family. They walked around the place. And this was a guy who, just like many guys, they figured their wits' end.
Yeah.
Were affected by this work stop order, the American Trump thing. So he had some money stashed aside. He said, the best thing you can do for me is just build for me a house. Guess what? We built.
And now they're home.
Yeah. Of course, they're going through their challenges.
Yes, but
it's always good to talk to him, because I tell him, you've only been there less than 8 months. 2 years down the line, you will have your house will be what you want.
It to
in
be
that sense,
pole too.
So
One face.
Yeah,
Yes.
And for me, that is the most important thing. For me, if you're able to find yourself, but now it opened a different income stream.
I love that.
But because of my journey, what I've learned is I'm more efficient in terms of time.
Yes.
With good precision.
Yes.
So I'm actually on my 3rd project.
Oh,
as we
come
speak
on
right
now. Good.
There's a project in Katani.
Yes.
Somebody just told me, we like what you're doing. Come do this.
Good.
And this guy also, I think the more I build for him, the more I connect with him at that level.
Yes.
So it opened another income
stream for you.
And so now, yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Mjengo guy.
There you go. Yeah. And it's beautiful.
Yes.
And what you're doing, you are farming to us that even when you go and live in these off-grid places, God will still provide.
I like the God bit.
Yes.
Because he never stopped.
Yes.
He never stopped. It was just a season. And what I mean by God never stopped, it was a season, is there are things that must stop defining who you are. No, I kid you not. I call it a cup. Always walk with a cup. Tell yourself, this must be enough, or this is what enough looks for me. For me, enough is I have a roof over my head.
Yes.
My toys are going to school. Maybe before I die, I leave them something. Or maybe I leave them something for their kids.
Yes.
Enough is, did I change your life?
Yeah.
Did I Did you look for me? And I was there for you.
Yes.
In fact, I tell myself, I love people, I use things. So the guys will come and tell me, Toma, me, I'm nation. I'm not able to think. I tell them, you know what, take the cottage.
Come here.
Yeah, I'll figure myself out.
Yes.
When I go. Yeah.
And they come here and they
And they come
reset.
and they stay. And I don't know what they go through, but when they're done,
it's a healing point
it's a
for
healing
them.
process.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this place.
Yes.
Your design, right? Because again, someone will watch this and they'll be like, okay, Lynn, a Mabati Cottage, a Mabati is not hot. Are you guys not dying inside of the heat? It's Kajiado. First, let's demystify Kajiado, the notion that, it's dry, etc., right? So maybe walk me through a few things. You integrating yourself with the community.
Okay.
Kajiado is predominantly Maasai,
It's
right?
Maasai, yes.
So for people who are coming in, how do you make sure that your relationship with the community is also positive? That you are not maybe showing off to the community, or you are not, where's the boss man, why community? How do you integrate yourself in that community and build successful connections with the members of that community? That is one. Number two, it's a Mabati Cottage. The design, I can see we have wood as well. We have Mabatis on the outside. We have the windows. Why this particular design? And lastly, a visual tour of this place. Yes. Feel free to start with whichever.
Okay. So my Maasai name is Lor Munyei.
Umepewa jina.
Mandev.
Lor
Munyei.
Rol Munyei.
Yeah, Lor Munyei.
Eish. I know a person who will give that name also. Rol Munyei.
So that's my Maasai name.
Yes.
I remember the first time I brought material here, I met their local young men community.
Yes.
Lynn, I've grown up in Dandora.
Yeah.
So come on by.
Yeah.
Roju. Me, I'm that guy.
Sinishu.
Hey. So I remember them coming. And when you're transitioning, you don't want to ruffle feathers.
Yes.
So the one thing that I did is I figured out who their leaders were.
Good.
And I did not, so of course they made me pay tax.
Yes.
For angushaing material, for dropping material.
Yes.
I was so annoyed thinking where this money is coming from.
Yeah.
But
is that a thing?
It's a thing.
That you pay money for angushaing materials?
If you knew.
Okay.
If you knew.
Yes.
They have a local young men's community. I figured it out eventually.
Yes.
That they might not have explained it to you.
But.
And when they come, they're so confrontational.
Yes.
That you get vexed. You're thinking, why are you doing this to me? But then what I did is I asked, so who's your chairperson? I was told, this is the chairperson. I said, okay, fine. So I told them, my name is Omolo. I will be living in your community.
Yes.
This is my stuff. I did not know. Uzee saa zingine inakusaidianga.
Yeah.
Becoming older, it gives you the wisdom to start. I did not know. So maybe you could hold my hand and tell me how things go. That's how I integrated into the community. So remember, I never used to have a car. So when I'm walking, we meet.
Yes.
Weekends, I go to the local town, a small town up the road.
Yes.
Guess what I do? We hang out. We can talk about ODM. They love ODM. I used to love ODM.
Yeah.
Baba. And we're the connection points.
And we miss that.
And Baba.
Yeah.
So we started connecting, and I started knowing who's who. So anytime material would come, I would call them.
Yes.
And I would ask them, so what do I need to do?
Yeah.
And they would tell me, usilipe sana.
Yeah.
Weka tu 500.
Yes.
Tutapangana. And that's how it happened. So, so I just started spending time with them.
Understanding.
On weekends, I would actually ask them, why don't you walk me around? And that's how I started knowing the terrain.
Yes.
There's a time we've crawled through this river. You know the way you walk with the Maasai guy, and then he tells me, "Hii miguu ni ya fisi." Hey, you look at him, you ask, huh?
Bro. Fisi.
And then you walk ahead, it tells you, "Hii miguu sasa ni ya chui." That's down this river.
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh shucks, Thomas, what have you gotten yourself into?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how you integrate with them. When I have visitors, they're the guys who do the slaughtering for me.
Yes.
I don't buy goats outside.
You buy within the
I
community.
buy them within the community. When I have my goats,
Yes.
I don't keep them here.
Yeah.
I keep them in the community.
Yes.
That's part of integration. Even when I have my car now, we drive together.
Yes.
All the way to Kajiado. We spend time with the kids. Kids know me by my first name.
Yes.
They call me Tom.
Yes.
I would be mortified if somebody called me Tom. But here,
Yeah.
I am so happy
When
that a
the kids-
6-year-old can call me Tom.
Tom Sasa.
Yeah, Tom Sasa. And we can sit at times, we sit out here,
Yes.
and we just, they ask me stories. This would probably throw a lot of people off. Eh?
Yeah.
These guys are wealthy.
Very.
Shamba here, an acre goes for 1.5 M. These people own 300 acres.
Yes.
Unamringia.
Silete maringo yako ndogo.
Unamringia.
hapo. Unamringia nini?
Exactly.
Na sasa yako mpaka na mbuzi. Unaringa nini?
Let me tell you, my own research,
Yes.
the most liquid person in this republic is not a Kale, neither is it a Kyuk, it's a Maasai.
Yes.
The kind of animals these guys have, he will go to the market
Yeah.
and sell and walk out of that place with $1 million on Friday because it's a market day.
Yes.
So and they are very humble.
Yeah.
So that is one. Two, they have a Rika system. So I quickly figured out where my Rika
Where you fit.
was, where I fit.
Yes.
Eh? You see that now removes a lot of tension. If you meet a young man who's a bit disrespectful, yeah, all you need to do is just go and talk to the nyumba kumi. That thing works here.
Yes.
The system works here. You can talk to the wazes will talk to him. Eventually it will come back to you. You will be
Yes.
told we've sorted it out. The young man will come and actually ask for apologize.
And the African system of doing things still works
100%
here.
It works, by the way. And they're normal as it comes. I mean, they have
Yes.
smartphones. This is in my own definition. This is where real life happens. So, if you want to go to Amboseli, Lynn, you would probably pay for that guy, for that vehicle to be
Yes.
taken to Amboseli.
Yes.
Here, a Maasai will come and pick you up in a border and tell you, twende nikuonyeshe ndovu.
That's a flex. No, that's a flex.
Let me tell you, you guys don't have that in Nairobi.
No, we don't.
Me, I will be put, and I will pay how much? I will pay for fuel.
Na uende uonyeshwe ndovu.
Ndovu, ostriches, all that. I will see all that. I think that's how I've integrated with them. I mean,
Beautiful.
right now, I know, as I said, I know all my neighbors.
Yes.
I know even people 40 kilometers down the road.
There's that sense of a
Yes,
community.
yes, so there's that unity. If I'm going somewhere, if I say nimetoka karibu na boma ya hii, they will tell you, we kuja. We ni wetu. So yeah, so that has really helped. So much so, you stop at the highway, ask for Tom.
Wanajua kwa Tom.
Utaletwa kwangu.
Yes.
In fact, this entire neighborhood, ukisema unaenda kwa Tom, ni hapa. I'm even thinking of changing that Google name
To Tom's.
to Tom's, yes.
Yes.
That's
I think
it.
so.
To Tom's.
Yeah.
I think that would be a jango of going about it.
Eh.
So yeah, Tom's
Yes,
place.
yeah.
You know. But here's something about this place, because you asked about this place. Is
The
it hot?
structure.
This one is number one. If you look at the sides, you can see the vents.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how now, for me, I maintain proper temperatures in this place. It doesn't get hot, so that is one. Number two, so part of also the growth is you become. I kid you not, this Muzungu played with us, telling us we have to go to school to learn. There's nothing like that. There are people who've done these things before, so you can learn from them. So for me, what I did is actually watched people who've done it. How do they deal with cooling and all that? So part of it is the high roof.
Yes.
You don't change. Just let the wind move around. So that was one. Number two, the gypsum.
Yeah.
It flashes with the Mabati.
Yes.
So gypsum, when it's hot, kind of absorbs the heat. So I'm not exposed.
Yes.
Also, when it's cold, it's not that cold. So if you and I will walk you through the house, you will actually see that some of the walls are actually gypsum, but you can't actually tell. Keep it very warm. Mabati, the Mabati that I'm using is actually Mabati that's available. You get it. It's what Isuzu East Africa normally uses to pack those parts. So I told myself, Allah, kwani see people build with Mabati.
Yes.
I've looked at Nordic houses.
Yes.
I've looked at houses in the US. In fact, most houses in the US are not done using Mawe. They use very funny whatever.
Yes.
That's why when the tornado comes, picks it up. Our weather here.
Hey, Muga. Hey, Muga. Go on, Tom. Muga is busy there, agreeing.
So
Our weather.
and then we live in the tropics.
Yes.
So we do not have extremes. But then this is the misconception about Kajiado, that Kajiado is hot, Kajiado is dry, you cannot live in Kajiado. If you look at this place, it has more tree cover than Kilimani. Let me just say it. Has more tree cover than Westlands. So for me, in terms of cooling the space, I opted for bigger windows. Honestly, if I had my way, you would have actually walked out into the garden.
Yes.
It's because now I'm learning. What I wanted was a feeling of outside in.
Yeah, but I love this space too.
Thank
I
you.
love the wind. Like I honestly love the windows.
You.
Like
Thank you.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is, I think they call them French windows.
Yes.
But for me, it's just natural light is also something else that I enjoy. And then I subscribe to minimalism.
Yes.
Less is more.
Yes. Less is more.
Less is more.
What's up here? Where does this space lead to?
So this is my loft.
Yes.
I will switch so that then you understand it from a bougie term.
Yes.
Or you understand it from my.
Okay.
So that's like the entertainment area. What I had in mind is when I was building that, is I have teenagers.
Yeah.
You've noticed there's no TV.
Yes.
It's very, very intentional.
Yeah.
I use projectors.
Yes.
So what I do is I project up there. This is a screen. This is an actual screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at night, we put on the projector. So it's like a 50-inch screen. But then they put on their
headphones.
Yeah. So if I have guests, I don't have to disturb my kids.
They are there having a good time.
Having a good time.
And both that.
Yeah. That's when the kids are here.
Yes.
For me,
yeah,
it's also when I just don't want to be disturbed. I go up there, put on my screen, and I watch my TV.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. So it's an entertainment spot, what people call TV room.
Yes.
But also, it's actually additional sleeping area.
Yes.
That place can sleep up to 8 people. Me, I'm in my true Africanness. This last, my sisters came from abroad, plus my mom was here, and quite a number of my siblings. I think I hosted my entire family here.
Like how many people?
We were 10.
This place can fit 10 people comfortably.
Nobody gets into each other's space.
Yes.
Nobody gets into each other's space. And so that for me works.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that I got here,
Yeah.
and this is how I think. I told you I'm a minimalist. I don't want to accrue things. They're things you can actually access.
Yes.
At an affordable way. Let me not say cheap, affordable, because cheap is relative.
Yes.
So quite a number of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was a kuku, by the way, you know. But if you ask me, I will tell you the African chandeliers.
Yes.
Will cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Until when I drive to Ahero, and I know I am getting them.
Good.
So you see what I mean?
I get you.
So it's really the concept that you have in your mind. Number 2 is my love for wood.
Yes.
That one you cannot take away from it. So this is Tanzanian pine. The thing about this house is that I was here when everything was being done. This piece of wood, the panel, when it's being hit, I was sitting there just watching. And that for me is part of just the joy.
Yeah.
So doing the things while you're here in person,
Yes.
one gives you the quality that you want. But also, Lynn, you have a style.
Yeah.
There's a way you want your things done.
Yes.
There's a way you picture your designs in that sense. So for me, I have literally been here through every
Step of it.
every step of it all. So in terms of the Mabati is very versatile.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody can break through it. If they break through, they are going to kill you.
Yes.
So you might as well be on the other side,
Waiting.
ready to also kill them.
Yes.
Because if you walk in to kill me, one of us must survive.
Yes.
In that sense, in terms of just, I love paintings. So you'll see them. Those are actually
beautiful.
those are hand woven. This one, I'm also a collector.
Yes.
This
Clearly.
these ones I collected. I think there's this one, there's that one, and then there's another one on the other side.
Yeah.
I love that about paintwork. I mean, for me, I don't think it's about being Muzungu. It's just the Omera side of my life. You know?
Man, it was African
Exactly,
first.
yeah.
Art
It
was
African.
African
It's
first.
the Omera side of my
Yes.
life. I love that about
It's a
that.
lifestyle.
And then I also love white.
Yes. Noticed.
White for me is you will never have a dirty house when it's white. When the walls are dirty, you know
Yes.
they're dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many rooms?
So
Is
we
it
have
the
2
house?
bedrooms.
Yes.
They're both doubles.
Okay.
And then the upper one also serves. It's
As
a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
A loft and a room.
Exactly.
Additional room.
Yeah. So additional room.
Yes.
So those are 3.
Okay. It's a 3-bedroom.
So it's a 3-bedroom.
I love the. Sorry, you want to go on?
Yeah. So it's a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
Sleeps comfortably.
Yes.
If you're friends, 10.
10.
Yeah.
10.
8 if you like.
Yes.
You know, but if you want to push it, 10. But I've had instances. I've had like 20 people in this space. There are people who don't sleep. They sit outside.
Yes.
So people sleep in shifts.
Good.
And this whole space can be converted into
sleeping area.
a sleeping area.
I love this lounge also. I also notice you have this kitchen here because it's an open kitchen.
Yeah.
But you also have another kitchen where Ben is making some nice meat for us. Manzi nauliza isho itaisha sangafi nikakule hiyo nyama man. Let me tell you the best part about these shows also. Ile kukula chakula tamu mtu anakula. But go on.
Niliwapanga.
Thanks. Thanks in advance.
Ben is my personal chef.
Yes.
Absolutely great guy.
Great guy.
So let me tell you the concept of the open kitchen.
Yeah.
This is when you have your personal person and you probably want to cook for yourself.
Yes.
And you want to walk naked in the house.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Me, I say it as it is.
Yes.
Action can be had anywhere.
Na kuna kautamu fulani
Hapo basi.
ukifanya. Okay.
Wacha tusisonge sana.
Tusiende sana.
Tusiharibu watoto.
Tusimisquotiwe. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's the whole idea. But also in the true spirit of being African,
Yes.
my mother has an outdoor kitchen.
Yes.
And so for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
You don't want to mix perfumes with with food,
Harufu ya food.
harufu ka chakula, you know. But also,
Lakini Tom, that's the Omera in you.
no.
Syllabus usinimixie perfume, please.
There's nothing like Omera.
Usinimixie perfume
No,
na.
people are different, yeah. It's okay. But
Own it.
yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
I know. People might construe it differently.
Our people know jokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my people know what I'm talking about. Yes. Let me just leave it there. So that's one, at least for privacy. But also, because once in a while I will have guests who want to use the space.
Yes.
And they have a personal chef.
Yeah.
That outdoor kitchen, let me tell you, that's like the best. It makes the best muzi. There's an oven that I bake out there. I love baking.
Yes.
But also, just within the African context, we build our houses not having that in mind.
Yes.
I'm sure, Lynn, your mother had a kitchen outside.
You know, funny thing, right now she doesn't have an outside kitchen, but she has formulated a kakona where she goes to boil all her things. So I'm actually thinking we might make that her outside kitchen.
Exactly.
She'll be there boiling her own things, cooking her chicken in that kakona, but it's outside the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and that's something about us. And what I love about it is that you can even have friends.
Yeah.
So let me put it this way.
Yes.
We are in a Maasai predominantly cultural space. Once in a while I will sit with Maasai men and they're a bit uncomfortable.
Yes.
But that space is also comfortable
For them.
For the women. I mean, we can sit either there as men or whatever. So what I've done is I've curated spaces whereby it fits everyone.
Yes.
You know? You can see a barrel outside there.
Yes.
If I remove that barrel, that's actually my outside office. I sit there, I do my meetings there, I run all my meetings there. I love it that way. It can also be a little place for a dinner for two.
Yes.
You know, there is a fire pit outside there. So the kitchen for me has different purposes.
Yeah.
But the most important one is that somebody can actually be cooking and work is going on.
It's going on.
So you're not inconvenienced.
Yes.
It's not in your space.
Yeah.
But that for me, that any unit that I build, I normally ask guys, please try and figure out an outside kitchen.
Yes.
Whereby we still boil mbosho, you know, we still do all that kind of stuff. So for me, that's the reason. You could be here with your person and you've hired a chef.
Yes.
So he cooks, he goes. Doesn't get into your business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing I've noticed, you have an outdoor open bathroom vibe going on. Hey, so unapenda nature. Unapenda vitu wazi.
But again, this might sound crude, but that's where there's freedom.
Yes.
Have you ever gone into somebody's house and you're afraid to use the toilet?
Yes.
Now that toilet, you should never be afraid to use it.
Good.
Achilia.
So it gives you the freedom.
Kwanza, there's a lot of wind.
Yes.
You don't need to worry about whether I messed up somebody's space.
By the way, let me tell you, there's nothing as uncomfortable as going to a guest's place. Luffy, you gotta use their washroom, and that washroom is next to them.
Exactly, man. You know.
Wasemanga, number 2 I'll do later in my house.
you see, and most people don't. It's a very practical thing.
Yes.
That is one. But number 2 is, you see behind there, there's no traffic.
Yes.
Me, I love, you will figure out how you will put this in your show.
Yes.
Me at times I go shower, I walk naked, I walk in the house like this. Freedom.
Yes.
That's it. Let me tell you, I do that on a good January hot afternoon.
Yes.
I don't have work, that's what I do.
Na unarudi kwa nyumba.
Kuja tu pole pole.
And
there are days you sit out there. Of course, now you have to chungulia a bit.
Yes.
And you wait for the elements to dry.
Yes.
Let me tell you, these are things we we've seen them. Me, I created one for myself.
Good.
Yes.
Mimi na kufuata.
Kuja.
Hiyo is kitu I will definitely. I know someone who loves that vibe as well. So let me not go further. But
in my next, probably in my next project,
yes,
I'll probably put a toilet up. No walls, no nothing. Where you just sit like Richard Branson.
Na unaangalia views.
Hey, unaangalia views.
I'm with you.
Whoever looks at you.
Yes.
It's nature. It's a call of nature. So let
complicate vitu.
Kabisa.
We complicated life.
So for me, the spaces here are for that reason.
Yes. Are you on solar, water? I see you collect water.
Yes.
But steamer uko on solar?
So I'm on solar. I'm 100% off grid. 100% off grid. In fact, I'm actually in the process of switching to lithium batteries.
Yes.
They're better. That can now probably push things like induction cookers, microwaves, and everything. As I said, this journey, you just take it bit by bit. Yeah. So I'm 100% on solar. However, my hot water system is for the books. That one I will not lie to you. You will shower like somebody in a hotel.
Yes.
But I use firewood, and I will actually show you the system.
Yes.
So what happens is that it's a little contraption.
Yeah.
I think that chuma is probably older than my grandfather. That's what I'm using. It's a little contraption that you just put. It's a tank that you put firewood inside.
Yes.
And then it heats the water.
Oh wow.
And then when you come to the bathroom, you just put it on. It's like you're in a hotel. You have a hot and cold.
Yes.
System.
Yeah.
But it's firewood.
And you are sorted.
If I put it on and we have like 10 guests, everybody will shower hot water.
Man.
It's way better than solar.
Yes.
Because then during the cold seasons, solar doesn't really heat up. That one you just put kuni, it heats it up.
Man, I'm also going to borrow that from you.
That one I will show you. I know a guy.
Yes.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. That one I'm going to borrow from you.
It's a nice contraption. That one I love.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a good highlight.
Yes.
It's like a good highlight.
That one, let me tell you, even where I got it from. People normally ask, who is vitu to happy? That one for me, I tell them this is now me.
Yes.
Yes.
Nimeona uko na beehive pale.
Yes.
Na sukuma unatoa wapi, tunyanya, tu vitunguu,
so
ka kitchen garden kako.
Wacha niwa demystify Kajiado.
Tuambie.
Kajiado has, we have rivers and people have actually planted.
Yes.
My mboga comes from the market fresh. Mboga kienyeji. There are people who actually have boreholes and they're actually doing irrigation. Actually up the hill, I'll show you. There's somebody who actually is doing irrigation. And so tomatoes, mbogas come from there.
Yeah.
Here the thing about kitchen gardens, when it's dry, it's dry.
It's dry.
Now, my bees. That's the one thing that you will do in Kajiado that needs zero effort other than buying beehives.
Yeah.
So I've recently moved my beehives because then my biggest enemy is a guy called honey badgers. He actually dropped my hives. So I have to redo them and hang them slightly higher. But the bees, my honey, I think up until last year.
Yes.
Me, I always have my own fresh honey.
Wow.
I harvest it here. I have a bee suit.
Yes.
It makes sense. And if you're thinking long term in terms of biashara, bees.
Bees.
A kilo would probably go on the lower side. Okay. If you have 20 hives, bees will probably colonize that hive twice a year. You do the math.
Okay.
Yeah, 20K a kilo. A hive will probably give you like 12 kilos. So you're looking at 12 times 20, that's 2,400 by 20.
Yes.
If you do the math, umeenda honeymoon Zanzibar. Hiyo hizi kula kichwa. You know, so that's how I look at it. But those are the things that now keep me busy.
Yes.
I've put chicken before. Kajiado is good for kuku. Hey, but kuku, man, I mean, I still have trauma.
Ya hiyo siku.
Hiyo siku.
I feel you. Hata mimi.
Tuachane tu na hiyo.
Tuachane nayo.
You know, so but it's those are the things I do to keep me busy.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
I've recently put a little deep plunge pool.
Yes.
So, you know, growing up, we were told you can never have a swimming pool.
Yes.
Who said?
Manzi uko na yako.
This one, let me just be polite.
Yes.
Hey, but I'm so happy for myself.
You feel good.
Eddie, I can actually walk you. I don't know if you remember those big Mabati tanks.
Yes.
That's what I put together. I got the Mabati tank, chimba the shimo, put it in there, did a bit of DIY. You will see it.
And now you have a pool.
Now I have a pool.
Good.
I'm just not filling it up because the weather is a bit off.
Yes.
But yes, I have a pool.
You have a pool.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask how much this structure costs? This yours?
Yes.
This how much? How much is it?
Yes. So I'll put it to you in phases.
Yes.
For you to get this structure to move into, I call it a basic house.
Functional.
You're probably looking at around 1.2.
1.2, Mike.
It's because Mbao is expensive.
Yes.
And cost of material has gone up.
I think I was even giving it more.
No. So that's 1.2.
Yes. Let me ask,
yes.
What's the size of your land? And now maybe as we wind up, a lot of us are now coming to appreciate the resources we have as Africans. Okay. We've been told for a long time, land is dead capital, but now we are changing that narrative. We are demystifying that fact, right? So what's the size and what would you say to encourage people to pay attention to the resources that we have?
So this one, you would be surprised that this thing sits only on a quarter.
A quarter acre?
It's 100 by 100, yes.
It's 100 by 100?
Yes.
And it's huge.
It looks huge because then it depends on how you plan your shamba. You know, most people, you get a house, you want to put an 8-bedroom, 3-story. For me, the kids are almost leaving the nest. What will I be doing in a 3-story house?
Yes.
You know, so look for something that works for you. I keep on telling guys, small is beautiful. Of course, you're thinking about kids. I'd rather you build several units, but have those units for your kids.
Yes.
Than building one unit that will take away.
Yeah.
So, and when you look at this, you might think it's big, but here's my thinking is that the project in Katani is actually a 30 by 20 house. It sits on a 40 by 80.
The one you are doing for a client?
Yes. That is less than an eighth.
Yes.
The guy has so much space. It's how you plan your house. It doesn't matter how big or how small a chunk of land you have. I keep on telling guys, look for what works for you. Where I sleep, it's a 5 by 6. The bedroom is probably a 12 by 12. Yeah. Where I spend my time in front of my laptop or on the road. The other space that I enjoy are just the spaces in the house. Yes. So figure out how you use other spaces in the house. Don't just do big houses, you know, your neighbor can see your back window for who. Yeah. Allow yourself room to open your window and actually see behind there. Yes. In that sense. So don't, I think we are past big houses. You know, we are past 7-bedroom houses. This is now my own conviction. I think we're in a space whereby just build something that is functional and that when you sit down, it gives you that sense of peace.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I am not for the concrete system of building houses. Yes. Now, I know I'll get into trouble with a lot of people.
Why though?
But
why are you not
because they close you in.
Yes.
You know, if I would ever do another project, I would actually go for rammed earth housing. you know.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for someone who has done that. That's a story I really want to cover.
There's a guy I'm following in Ghana.
Yes.
I'm actually trying to see if we can meet.
Yeah.
But that, let me tell you, that for me is like the holy grail of architecture.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn about that.
Yes.
But concrete, if you can mix both, fair enough.
Fair enough.
But if it's just a Mawe house, honestly, think about what they're putting up in terms of OSG affordable housing. How will you raise your kid there? You know, for me that makes sense. But here, amedungwa na miba. Push comes to shove, aliumwa na nyoka.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
but we've done research and I've told him, usikaribie. You know, things like those. That's how you learn. But just the whole, and then move out of the city. Right now, I kid you not, Lynn, give it another 10 years. Yeah? People will be fighting, literally, because you live next to me like this and all that. Move out of the city. There's out here, I mean, just look at the mess that is Nairobi right now. Yeah? People have built on top of whatever's. That's just my own little conviction. Move out of the city. It's easier here. Here I can tell you for a fact. Even however it rains, how much. I know how the drainage looks like here. The river is down the road, just down my place here. So, and then breathe fresh air.
Yes.
So you know, those little things.
I know.
Eh?
Kwanza hiyo.
Most of the time, half of our problems is because of anxiety. You wake up in the morning, I don't know what I'm going to do. This neighbor what is this neighbor thinking of me? I wake up, it's the sound of birds. It's as quiet as it can get here, you know. And then finally, don't be afraid to live in a one-room tin house.
Yeah.
Make it your home.
Make it your home.
Make it your home.
Your peace of mind.
That was the plan. That was the plan here. Yes. Me, I was coming to live in a one-room tin house with a toilet outside. But that's the power of a decision. It throws you to become creative.
Yes.
You stop thinking at that level because then you realize I can do a few things.
Good.
So yeah, so those are the things for me. I can tell you, if you have that little resource,
Yes.
put it up, roof it, you know, buy a meko,
Start.
cook outside, start.
Anza maisha.
Make that decision. Answer. I have lived in very affluent neighborhoods. I have lived here. I choose here any day.
And this is a hill you're willing to die
Yes,
on.
this one.
This one.
Any day. You know, just not because I had bad neighbors or anything, or not because I have good neighbors. So the last 10 years,
Yes.
the things that I've done compared to the previous years that I've lived,
Yes.
I've done more things.
Yeah.
I am more clear.
By being here.
Yeah, I'm more intentional. I'm more honest with myself.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
life is definitely slow, and slow is not bad.
It's not bad.
No, slow is not bad.
It's beautiful.
Ay, slow is good. Slow is us having this conversation.
Mm.
You know, slow is. It was raining yesterday. Today I now have to fix the fence.
Yes.
You know, slow is my tank is. So I have to start looking for neighbors to help me fix the tank.
Yes.
That is slow living.
That's slow.
Slow is not being pushed. Slow is not incessant phone calls, or you need to do this. Slow is eating fresh food.
Yeah. Slow is cooking your kanyama pale. Kwa hiyo kitchen.
Exactly. Cooking actually outside that.
Yes.
Kanyama kanakuja. So that's slow for me.
That's slow.
Parting shot. Let me talk to somebody who's probably trying and they feel like they're in a fix.
Yes, please.
Is you're probably in a very messy middle. I call it a messy middle. And that messy middle is one that has challenged your foundations.
Yes.
Is one that has challenged what you already knew. And the reason why it feels hard is because you're trying to fix.
Yes.
I'm going to encourage you, ride the tide. Enjoy the journey, you know. Test the waters. Live in a bedsitter and figure out how it is to sit with neighbors in a bedsitter, or you will love the community. You will probably be eating free food for a season.
I know.
Because your neighbor is coming to ask for salt, and then they will bring food. You know, what I'm trying to tell you is just, it's not yet where you are. Is actually, that's where life is. Life is in the transition.
Yes.
Don't wait for it to end and then you say you're leaving. Life is in the transition.
Life is in the transition.
So this has been my life, Lynn.
Yes.
Yes.
On the transition.
The transition.
Yes.
And it's not one, there are several.
Good.
You know, so this is the transition. Life is in the transition.
It is.
Yeah.
That's actually a beautiful take home for me. Life is in the transition.
Yeah, life is in the transition.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate you for
You're
sitting down and having this conversation. Someone told me, Lynn, you can't say sit and down at the same time. All right, Kizungu ilikuja na meli, but I really do appreciate you for sitting and having this conversation with us. I'm honestly inspired by your journey.
Thank you.
I think your ability to come back and reset, take accountability, and find yourself again is definitely inspirational for so many of the people who are watching. And on that note, I know there are so many people who have watched and they have loved the design of this place. This not being an ad, but if someone would love to reach out to you to help them with a similar structure or even whatever it is they have in their mind, how can people be able to connect with you? And also, when you're away, is this place open for business? Can people book it? Can people just come and just, you know, reset in this place, etc., etc.? Feel free to address that as well.
So again, if you're, I'm on the socials. The IG handle is 2. You can actually get me at Thomas Somolo.
Yes.
Or at Otin Cottage, Kumpa.
Yeah.
I actually went ahead and put it on IG. I'm on TikTok.
Good.
I'm on Facebook.
Yes.
Under the same. If you want to reach me, I normally pick calls. Sina deni za watu.
Yes.
My number is 0722 24 31 60.
Yes.
That is, if you want to reach out to me, we can do this differently. We can help you design the whole thing. We can help you come up with your design. We can help you almost like see the project through.
Yes.
Or you can actually just contract me. Me, all I know is I can do this work for you.
Good.
And I will do it for you
Yes.
in 60 days. I have good enough resources to get it done. Yes, this place is open. My friends pushed me to open it.
Yes.
And they said, you can't share this place. You can't have this place on your own. Share it with you guys. So the same Otin Cottage Kumpa, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Just reach out to me. Good thing about this place is that if you want a place where you want to, like, just a vacation, work without trouble, 100% off grid, you're not going to experience any downtime in terms of power. In that sense, there's if we agree, there's a local internet connectivity that I've actually set up for my people.
Good.
But that's at request.
Yeah.
Yes, even if you want to probably like hold your birthday,
Come.
just come. Holds up to 8 people. If you push it enough, up to 10. And yeah, I mean, it's available.
Yes.
Let's walk. The costs are very fair in that sense. So it's available.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Had an amazing one.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you.
Really nice. Just you're a good vibe. You're a wonderful vibe.
Thank you.
You exude very beautiful energy.
Oh, yeah?
And I have really loved being here.
Thank you.
Even you taking your time to andalia us nyama, the warm welcome, the tea,
Definitely.
the queen cakes, everything that you've done to make my team feel at home. Not just food-wise, of course. I know me and Ngugi are the foodies in this group, but just you being, even dedicating this day to have this conversation with us is lovely. And I want to leave a lot of blessings in this home.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever it is your heart desires, may it be fulfilled. And may God definitely meet you at your point of need.
Amen.
And I know even you who is watching at home, you've definitely been encouraged. I think for me, what he said, life is in the transition. We can never fully arrive. We can't say, nye mi nimefika. Life is in the transition. And I hope you pick that for yourself as well. As always, I love going through your comments on the comment section down below. Let me know what your take home has been. A lot of you want to share their stories as well. You want us to come to your places. That is something I'm very open to. So all I request is you send us a brief of your story at info@lnn.digital or lynn.ngugi@lnn.digital. Always thankful for the team that gets to put this work together. We have Muga and Scholar behind the cameras. Of course, skieni those birds. Where? Of course, Joshua, the amazing drone shots, our editors back in the office, Sam and Dave, and the rest of the people at LNN, Valerie and Mutange, and everyone that takes their time to make this network a success. We really do appreciate you. Yeah, so that's it from me. Sijui kantawekea to since tukikula nyama, but if not, guys, just know the nyama was nyamain, all right? But that's it from me today, and I hope we get to connect with you on our next episode of Slow, Intentional, and Conscious Living. More blessings to you. I know you are following our journey. Nanyuki, a lot of good things have started happening. I'm so excited to share those projects with you guys. So just give me a bit of time to film them and upload them for you, because I'm so excited about just living there. So I'm going to be sharing a lot with you. I know mmegoja sana, but trust you me, I have something very beautiful coming up. And thank you for your support also on that journey. So see you on the next one. Bye-bye.